Lloyd, I want to ask you a question about Goldman Sachs specific business. The question after the quarter was your FICC business. How can something not be wrong with FICC after the last 2 quarters?
Well, we didn't make as much money, so that was wrong. First of all, we have many, we're a diversified business group, and everyone performed very well, so well that we actually did well as a firm. Our ROE, return on equity, is still for the 6 months double-digit ROE. That being said, we didn't perform well in FICC. FICC is a risk business. We don't always perform well. That being said, other firms who are operating in the same environment did better than us, and so we are on the balls of our feet. We're of course concerned about it. In my 35 years doing this, there've been periods a lot longer than this period where we've underperformed only to outperform. It's been very, very newsworthy, not because we're a chronic underperformer, but because we've been a chronic outperformer. That being said, we underperformed. We know what we have to do, and we're doing it. And it's a big, it's an execution matter for us. And guess what? That's what we do. So
execution seems to me like it's cyclical. There are many saying that there's a structural problem in the commodities business, because a lot of the other guys dumped theirs. You've stood by yours. You have to rethink that view now. Well,
we've all cut back a lot because we had to meet the environment. But the fact of the matter is, if we were simply bigger and had more invested in more assets, we would have made more money. That's why I tell you it's an execution issue, because we should have. The expectation is we would do better, because historically we have, and we really haven't. And we know there's several reasons in retrospect that we can look at and say, gee, we may have slipped up. We tend to be overly weighted in our business to a client base, which is a terrific client base, which we'll never abandon, but we're disproportionately involved in trading kind of clients who trade a lot, let's say hedge funds and other things. And again, we're an investment bank. The more corporate banks can have much more business with corporates and others. That's something that we should fix. We shouldn't have let it get that disproportionate, but we did. We'll fix it. Some of the products we tend to focus on, we are in the commodities business. Commodities has been in recession, and very few of the other banks that are compared to us are in that business. Yeah. Well, if you look out and about and you look at other firms that transact in commodities, commodity firms, oil companies, that's been in a bit of a recession. That's a cyclical matter. Do I think that oil is always going to be this price and within $3 of this price for a long time, and that it's no, I don't think so. But still, you have to scale it to the environment that we're in. So whether it's the kinds of things that we trade, we have to focus on. Whether it's the people we serve, we should be serving everybody and not a disproportionately more focused base, and we're working on it. But I'll tell you, I can't say that we're right all the time, because we're obviously not, but I will tell you we have a good reputation for resilience and adaptation, and that really is our core skill set. The markets are always changing, but never that dramatically.